Okay, folks, now one of the secrets of season one, week one, is the fact that Bill has leverage over the Dupree family. Now, it's pretty clear that over the years, while he's been establishing his career and has made a successful law firm, thanks in part to Vernon um, sending celebrity clients his way to build a name for himself. He's probably done a number of different things for the Dupree family, as a favor or way of repayment, so to speak. But it seems clear that he did something for Martin Dupree, who is Martin Richardson, who is the son of Nicole and Ted. Nicole being the oldest daughter of Vernon and Anita. So something went down. I mean, from him having these weird dreams slash nightmares to Bill making it clear that whatever he has on the Duprees is so huge that it would force Vernon and Anita to make their entire family attend the wedding of Bill and Haley. And they kept saying we had to do it to protect Martin. And even though we don't know exactly what it is yet, there are two things to be, made clear. Number one, it doesn't seem like Martin himself knows exactly what happened. I mean, it's really giving off the vibes that maybe he was drunk or on some sort of drug, and it's possible there was some sort of like maybe a hit and run incident or a bad accident that he just doesn't remember, and that these dreams could be repressed memories that are trying to claw their way back to the surface. Now, when I think about the theories people had about Leslie and Eva, it's like, oh, she lost her husband. What if it was something Martin did? And I'm like, nah, that doesn't seem to make sense, because this seems to be something that's been hanging over Martin's head without him knowing it for quite a while now. And when you look at Leslie and Eva's story, I don't think it really adds up, especially with the revelation of, Eva being Ted's daughter. So I feel like this is something that happened back, in the day, probably during his teen years, because Smitty and Martin adopted two kids, a boy and girl, who are now teenagers. I think the son is like 17 and the girl is 16, and they were talking about how whether or not they should let their daughter date, and where their son is dealing with yeah, he did well on his math test, or calculus test, but he seems to be, a bit standoffish and hiding things. And Martin said he was the same way growing up. And I don't think it has to do simply with him being, in the closet, but the fact that he probably got into some stuff he shouldn't have. And as a result, that led to a situation that needed legal cover up. Hence why Bill has leverage over him. Now, this really came to a head in episode 5 when Vernon's like, you say we're dressed for a funeral. And in a way, we kind of are, because what we're doing tonight is we're going to bury your influence over my family. And then Bill takes a moment to talk with Martin about how, just because everything went down the way it did, it doesn't mean that you and I have to, put an end to our professional relationship because of the fact that I see potential in you, Martin, and I want to help you cultivate it. And it might be wise of you to inform your family that it's a poor decision to kind of freeze me out. So he's essentially making it known that, yeah, the Duprees, you seem to think that tonight is the end of the IOUs, but in fact this is just the beginning. So I truly feel like Martin doesn't know what's going on, but it's going to become clear as the series moves forward. So I don't know exactly what's going on in terms of the details. I think one key indication was the one episode that started off with Martin taking a nap on the couch, and we hear what sounds like a crashing sound or a boat or something, and then his husband wakes him up, and he doesn't it's like he doesn't want to remember. So you can almost argue that he does remember, but it's repressed and he doesn't want to relive it. But I think it's something else going on here. I mean, I think he might know some of the details, but not all of them. And he clearly doesn't know what Bill did, because if he did, he'd be questioning more like, why, Bill, are you like coming to me with all this information and whatnot? Like lightly threatening, you know, in terms of, hey, you better not freeze me out. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think Martin did back in the past that Bill covered up? Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.